Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Princess Evangile. An ancient game. Oh my gosh, seriously, I can't believe it's only these four. This is a classic visual novel that is not as popular as it should be. Ark has played the entire game. I have seen a good portion of the game, like, 8 years ago, so I actually remember very little of it. So, but it's a game I've wanted to actually play for a while, so I'm happy to finally do so. And we are gonna be voicing Rendezvous. I'm gonna be voicing characters. He's gonna voice the protagonist and the inner thoughts and stuff. But I'm gonna be voicing the characters, so we don't have their voices disabled, but we have them turned like way down.
Red's wrong that I played the entire game. I did not play the entire game.
Well, you played through a route.
I played through a route, yes, in the after story of With Happiness. I did not see the second half of the main story.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
Oh, okay. So that'll be new.
Not...
That'll be new for both of us.
I breathed into my hands. It was cold. Damn! It's cold out here! The sun had set, and it was so cold I had a hard time believing that school was starting soon. Of course, the state of my wallet was probably affecting my perception of the weather.
This is a almost 15-year-old game, so it's like ancient by video game standards, but it's still pretty good.
As was my lack of a place to go.
I won't have anybody to voice for a short little while, but I'm gonna try. There's a lot of girls in this game, so I'm gonna try and differentiate my voice, but I can't guarantee that I'm gonna be very good at it.
This time I sighed. The full moon hung heavily over me. My name is Okanogi Messiah, and the cold I felt ran deep.
He is the Messiah.
My story started the day before. I'm tired. As usual, I returned to my apartment after work. Even though I was home, there was nothing fun to do there but stare at my father's face.
But I think staring at people is a very fun activity.
I think you're gonna make them uncomfortable, but sure.
No, it'll be fine. They won't know.
I mean, I'm sure they're gonna know if you're gonna be staring at their faces.
They might not.
Yeah, they might not. I was back in my hometown for the first time in a year. I thought about rounding up my friends for karaoke, but I don't think I can see them now. Besides, I was broke. The apartment we were in now didn't require a finance fee or security deposit, but we had to pay the first 3 months' rent in advance. That had wiped out whatever little savings I had. But running away from nothing but clothes on my backs definitely saved a lot of moving expenses. However, no matter how much you save, it costs money to start a new life. I'd always been poor, but now I was on the verge of being penniless. I've only just started my job, and I don't get paid until the 20th next month.
And I forgot how bad it is for this guy. Just like... It's like, I was poor, but now I'm almost completely penniless.
What was I gonna do until then? My anxious thoughts swirled around my head, but I forced myself to stop. It was pointless to focus on the negatives. Fine, go to sleep. Possibly due to my numerous part-time jobs, I didn't have any time to sleep lately. Even though one of my redeeming features had always been taking care of myself enough to not get sick. I mounted the old restless stairs that felt like they would give way with every step. My old man and I were holed up in a room on the second floor.
Just a single room?
I'm home. I guess he's not here. Those mob guys must have been back. Dad spent most of his time lazing around the house while fleeing from loan sharks. Of course, I told him get a job a number of times. When I did, he'd give me this sweet little smile and say,
ごめんね、マサヤ君。父さん、箸より重たいものを持ったことがないんだ。
so how it's gonna work is I'm gonna like still voice these, but it's just let the voice clip play out first, you mean?
I thought, yeah, if that's what you want to do.
Okay. Sorry, Messiah-kun. I've never killed anything heavier than chopsticks before.
You have to try. You gotta go with like a gruff old man.
Sorry, Messiah-kun. I've never killed anything heavier than chopsticks before. He really was hopeless. I turned on the light. There was a scrap of paper and an envelope on the table. I took the paper first. It was my old man's handwriting, written on dollar store memo paper.
生活に疲れました。父さんは旅に出ます。
I'm tired of this lifestyle. I'm going on a trip. Of course. I let out a sigh and threw a note in the trash
What
can.
trash can? All I see is a table and a pillow.
Maybe it's in a corner where we can't see it. I put my hand on my chest. Compared to the sadness I experienced when my mother left, all I could feel now was relief. I glanced around the room and noticed what little belongings my dad had were now gone. My old man really had left me. In any case, he had never contributed to our living expenses. Him being gone wasn't an issue. In fact, it might make things easier. What's this envelope? Farewell gift, huh? I don't think he got any money. And if he did, he wouldn't give it to me. There were 2 sheets of paper inside the envelope. As I expected, it wasn't a farewell gift at all. There was something written on them. I wondered why he kept it separate from the memo, though.
ところで、父さんたちが抱えてい
By
た
the
借
way,
金ですが、
regarding the money we owe. We owe? I'm pretty sure those debts are all yours.
この機会にマサヤ君に
I'm taking this opportunity to have them transferred to your name. Huh?
同封した紙は例の極悪組への証文です。
The documents in the envelope are all contracts with the goons.
マサヤ君が寝ている間に母印を押しておきました。てへ。
I took your thumbprint while you were sleeping.
マサヤ君、
You slept so soundly, Masakin. You're just a great tired out.
バイトなんかはそこそこにして。
Why not work yourself so hard?
気をつけるんだぞ。
You need to take better care of
父
yourself.
さんより。
Your father.
Wow! Yay! Father of the year.
The next thing I knew, I crumbled up the paper in my hand. I looked at my thumb. Well, that's where the rest of my medicine come from. That old bastard!
Hold on. We are loud. Hold on. Shh. Shh.
Yeah, I don't know how you do think to adjust that.
Quiet down a little
But-
bit. All right. Turn the voices up just a little bit.
One year ago, we left the town I lived in all my life.
Come on.
Gigaoka. There we go.
Sarugi Gooka. Sarugi Gooka.
Sarugi go Oka. There we go.
Good enough.
Our family and I have been falling apart for as long as I could remember. All because my father was a deadbeat. My mother has given up on him long ago, but I didn't want to leave him until I reached a certain point in my life. Then, on the evening of my 10th birthday, she brought me to a park and said,
母さんね、お前が10歳になるまでは待とうと思っていたの。
I wanted to wait until you were 10 years old.
For what?
離婚を。離婚の意味はわかるわね。
For my divorce. Do you know what divorce means?
Yes.
10歳になればある程度の分別も身につくわ。母さん、マサヤには父さんと別れるこ
Do you
とも
want to wait
仕
until
方の
they're
な
until
い
they're
こと
done
だと
talking
分か
or
って
start
ほしかっ
talking
た
over
の。
them?
It's up to you. It both works.
I prefer talking over.
Okay.
I think that would be better than waiting the entire time. It's gonna like, you know. Oh no, what? By now, you should know a little bit of how the world works. I wanted you to understand that leaving your father was something I had to do. I clicked by accident, but we're fine.
こんなのは親の勝手
I
な
know you
許さ
think
れ
I'm just
た
making excuses, but
I shook my head. Even as a child, I understood my parents couldn't stay together anymore.
そう
I see.
ありがとう。
Thank you.
マサヤは優しいわ
You're a
ね。
kind boy, Messiah.
In the cold light of the street lamps, it seemed she was smiling for the first time.
じゃあマサヤ、
Now, Messiah, I'm sorry you don't have time to say goodbye to your friends, but
早速家を
we have to leave immediately.
Right now?
え
Yes.
父さん
If
と
I spoke to your
話し合い
father
ようと
about
した
it,
ら
I know he would
きっと
stop
引き
us.
止められるに決まっている
He has a way of bringing others around to his way of
あの人の
thinking.
秘密に口のうまさに関
He
して
has
は
a genius way of talking his way around
母さ
people.
んね
I don't
もう
ever want to
話し合い
talk
は
to him
したくない
again.
の。離婚届に判
I
を
signed the
つけて
divorce papers and left him there. I'm not gonna tell him where we're
もちろん
going.
知らせない。マサヤが大人に
You
な
can
った
visit it.
時は
You can visit him occasionally after you've grown, but for now, we have to make a clean break.
さあ行き
Now,
ましょう
let's go.
荷
I've
物
been
は
packing
少し
up our
ずつまと
luggage.
めて
Our luggage. Oh my god. I've been packing up our luggage slowly over time. We can leave before he gets home.
I'm not going.
What?
My mother's eyes opened wide as she looked at me. To her, it was as if her son started speaking an alien language. In my childish way, I explained to her that I felt like I couldn't just abandon my father. Mom would be fine on her own, but Dad wouldn't. That was the conclusion I reached, which is why I couldn't go along with my mother. Mother was upset, and in the end, decided to cancel that day's flight. She spent some time trying to convince me, but in the end, she was the one who gave up.
Very well.
She left the house alone, promising to stay in contact with me. I can still clearly see the image of my mother walking off into the rainy night. In the end, my mom was right. I looked down the crumpled paper in my hand. Now that I knew how the water worked, I realized Dad would have turned out this way whether I had been here or not. But what am I gonna do about this? My thumbprint wasn't alone. The interest rate was 30% every 10 days.
Bruh, that's horrible. That's a lot of money. Very quickly.
30%. A paper like this had no legal merit, but I doubted that logic was going to appease those two. My father's one redeeming feature was what my mother once called his genius way of talking around people. He managed to hold off even the most fearsome of loan sharks with the most laid-back manner possible. Until last year, we had somehow managed to keep up. But then the debts got too big, and my old man broke under the pressure. And that's when we ran away. I knew I was stated,
Tsurugi Gaoka.
Sarui Gigoka.
Not gay. Gaoka. Gaoka.
Sarugi Go-Oka.
Good enough. Yeah, okay.
Back then, a part of me still felt sorry for him. I had also just graduated from my old school. That sense of finality might have had some influence on my actions. I graduated, then fled to some unfamiliar land and enrolled in school there. I started to think that the loan sharks had given up and we made a clean break, when suddenly, the local mafia came calling. How badly in debt did you get? I screamed at him. My father just gave me that little smile, and shook his head.
どうやら債権が渡っ
The creditors must have transferred the loan to them. My father's skill as a hustler had just made the situation even worse. Unable to get around his skill way with words, The creditors had sold his loans to the mafia, and the force they used to collect our debt was a completely different scale. My dad willed the deal, but in the end, he only brought us a year. And now, we had once again returned to Surugao.
Oh my god.
生まれ故郷が一番だもんね。
It really is good to be home. I was mad about the short notice as usual. I couldn't say I wasn't glad to be going back home. I just finished my first year of school, so it was a good time to transfer. The problem was that since I never earned any money, the loan wouldn't just disappear. This time, it didn't even have a chance to catch my. I didn't even have a chance to catch my breath. I knew creditor would come calling soon. That was the goons. Their efforts to collect were much more violent. I had known we couldn't keep up this life much longer. Still, never knew I would end up like this. I was finally ready to abandon my old man. In my heart, he was no longer my father. From now on, I would just call him the bastard. But even so, what was I gonna do? In the past, if a lone shark or mafia approached me, I could point him at the bastard and that would be that. On the few occasions they'd gone after me, I could admit that the bastard still helped him out. Helped me out. But now that he was gone, I had to deal with it on my own this time. Me? An average student? Unlike him, I knew I couldn't talk my way out of it like he could. What do I do? I sunk down on the worn-out tatami mat. I had to run away. But to where? I already spent all of my money on rent. I felt like all of my strength would leave my body. Just then, there was a rapid knocking on the door. I felt my limp body tense up instantly. Hey, you! We know you're in there! Come on, get out of there! Whoa! I thought I could pretend I wasn't home. The door was so thin, they could easily break it down. Hey, get out here quick! We'll break this door down! This kick caused the door to rattle. It really did look like it was about to break inward. I quickly moved to the back of the room, opened the closet door, and squeezed inside. Closing the door didn't block out much sound, but I cut off most of the light and left me in the dark. I couldn't wipe this out by hiding in the closet. I stood up, leaned forward, and located the ceiling board above me. I lifted it up and set it aside. Restraining the urge to cough from the dust, I pulled myself up above the ceiling. I heard the sound of the door breaking down just as I got the board back into place. Hey! There was a crawl space in the ceiling, and despite it being a tight fit, I managed to make it through. From there, I made it outside, climbed down the rain gutter, and ran off at full speed.
親父、どうもイルスじゃなかったみたいですね。
Hey, boss. Guess he wasn't just pretending not to be home.
Click text. Ah. These purple windows indicate events taking place from the point of view of people other than the protagonist.
押し入れにもいねえや。
Not in the closet either.
あのガキ
Damn. Did that brat go off to play someone despite it being flat broke?
おう、見ろ。
Hey, look, Kiyoshi.
え
Hmm?
あの野郎の書き置きが残ってる。
That bastard left a note behind.
書き置き
A note?
あの野郎ももうおしめえだな。
The bastard's done for.
借金の肩に
So this kid's loan sharks.
あいつが売ったのはガキ
He just saw his kid. He sold his soul.
そうっすね。
Think you're right.
Woo, we love fathers that suck.
How was yesterday? I spent almost a full day just wandering around the city. I skipped work today just in case. I didn't want to make trouble for them. I was absent right after I start. If this continued, I'd be fired after 3 days. If I didn't get my first month's pay, all the work I'd done would have been for nothing. I was starting to miss that rundown apartment. At least it was ceiling and floor. I didn't want to sleep on the street. I was tired to begin with, and napped on a park bench for a while. But now, I was just exhausted. I didn't die on the streets at this rate. The fact that I wasn't joking showed just how grave my situation was. I checked the coins in my wallet. Again. 100 yen coins. 1. 10 yen coins. 6. That was all. I had no paper bills, nothing of use. I thought about running out to the automatic loan machine. But I knew better than anyone that once you start borrowing money, you never stop. And I wasn't sure if they lent money to a student anyway. That's right. What do I do about school? How was I supposed to get any learning done in a situation like this? Due to my unique situation, the school agreed to defer my tuition payment, but there was no way I could pay with the goons after me. The more I thought about it, the more I realized how badly I was trapped. I hung my head in the middle of the street. Somewhere inside me, I knew that there was no way out. Although the hunger, cold, and exhaustion made it hard to get my thoughts together, people passed by, shooting me concealed glances. I looked straight ahead and watched them walk by with only thoughts in my head. Those people all had homes to return to. Warm houses with family waiting. I didn't have anything. The realization that I was all alone in the world suddenly pierced my mind like an arrow. It wasn't like I wasn't wanting to live without freedom in front of mine. But even so, the sudden realization caused my vision to blur. I rubbed my eyes hard. I wasn't alone. My mother was still out there. My mother has kept in contact with me all this time, but I never tried to see her. She had started a new life in a new place. Perhaps now was the time to impose on family. I heard the sound of footsteps passing by, some moving ahead and some moving behind me. Until yesterday, I had always had some place to go, some place to come home to. It was all that bastard's fault. If I ever saw him again, I was going to hit him. It occurred to me that I hadn't eaten anything since dinner the night before. 1 pan and a can of milk. I should eat something. If I ate something, it might put me in a more positive mood. Though, I wasn't sure what I could do to satisfy the stomach with 160 yen. I saw the lights of a convenience store in the corner up ahead and walked towards it. Just then, a figure appeared near my feet. Kitty! A squatty cat with matted fur stared up at me. Normally, I wouldn't give a thought to a stray cat, but what's wrong? You're alone too, huh? You're so lonely. I found myself talking to it. The stray kept his distance, looked up at me with a surprisingly affectionate smile. Yeah, I'm hungry too. I got a fish sausage, what seemed like the most fitting option for my money. I thought the cat would have run off and I'd eat on my own, but when I came back, it was sitting right when I left it. I guess I don't have much of a choice. When I removed the packaging, the cat smelled it and walked right up to me.
Food! Food!
I broke it in half, stuffed one piece in my mouth, and offered the other to the cat. The cat quickly devoured it, then looked up hungrily in my mouth. Sorry, it's all gone. When a gust of wind sent a newspaper flying, I suddenly remembered the lottery ticket I bought earlier. More precisely, that lottery ticket that the bastard had made me buy. I didn't want to waste our money, but he was so adamant on getting rich quick, he ended up forcing it on me. Now, where did I put it? Did I lose it somewhere? I searched around my pants pocket and found a warm, worn-out ticket. The announcement should be today, The newspaper probably had those results. I picked it up and walked over to one of the street lamps. Just then, an unpleasant sight met my eyes. What's going on? I was too far away to hear what they were saying. It was clearly an argument of some kind. The people passing by seemed too afraid to get involved, and just sped up as they passed.
Let me go! I would just ignore.
I do wonder, like, what happens if, like, you actually pick that.
I am curious, actually. Do you want to do that first?
Yes. I was tired, after all, and hungry. Come on. Oh, sorry. Maybe this is you.
No, it's you.
Okay. Come on. Like, I really like that list said.
It doesn't let you, okay.
Okay. Wait.
Picture! It's the first CG!
It is. And the first girl of the game.
Ah!
The whole group turned my way. Just then, the girl escaped the grasp and ran toward me.
Please, help me!
I turned boldly toward the blue-suited attackers and hit the girl behind my back. One of them advanced on me, acting as group representative. May I ask who you
it is it's a woman, so
Okay, I thought so.
yeah, boobs. May I ask who you are?
You got an awfully high-pitched voice. It doesn't matter who I am. What are you doing?
This has nothing to do with you. Please hand over the girl.
Despite saying please, the glint in his eye and quietly imposing presence, hoping at least people could give the goons a run for the money. Just who are these people? The sentence left no openings. Who was this girl? And why were these people after her? I glanced back and found her glaring at blue-suited figures from over my shoulder.
You will not stand down, then?
Huh?
I said, you will not stand down?
Right. I couldn't walk away now. Hoisting the girl with my body, I gradually began to draw back. But the blue-suited figure didn't miss the gesture. Without a sound, he closed the distance and reached for me. He's fast! He moved so smoothly, he clearly wasn't a standing ruffian. His hand slipped past me, reaching for the girl's arm instead. They didn't seem to want to use violence. I reflexively struck out with my hand. And met with a surprisingly pillowy softness. What?
Pervert!
I didn't mean to. I didn't even get out of my apology before my opponent slipped into a stance.
Ah!
This time, the fist was aimed directly at my face. I quickly dropped down. The punch just barely missed me, and I could feel it carrying through the air above my head.
What?
It was a total coincidence that the punch missed me, but the woman seemed to be in shock. The other three, who had previously been watching, began starting towards us. They seemed to radiate anger from every pore. This isn't good. My presence seemed to have escalated the situation to a new level of hostility. I'm sorry! I held my hands apologetically, but it was clear that the situation was far beyond saving. One rushed me, west forward. I tensed up, determined to protect the girl behind me. I barely had any strength from the start. I was prepared for what was coming, and yet the blue-suited figure had just about reached me when she suddenly tripped and lost her balance.
Cat!
It was the cat from before, repaying the debt he owed me? Thanks to the cat, the zoo went tumbling. Her friends quickly moved to help her up. I felt her tug my right hand and turned back around.
Let's go!
Right! Our footsteps ran off in the night.
Wait!
We started running, zigzagging down the streets until the footsteps of pursuers died down behind us. Maybe it's a hunger. I quickly ran out of breath. The girl seemed to be having trouble breathing, too. So I slowed down and turned to face her. There were so many things I wanted to ask her, but right now, both of us needed to catch our breath. My body wasn't ready to move so much. My head is spinning. Normally, it wouldn't be so bad. Jim was actually one of my best subjects.
Phew.
She took a deep breath, then turned to face me.
Thank you. You saved me.
Huh? The moment I saw her straight on for the first time, it was like something snapped inside my brain.
Oh, right. I forgot about that part. I don't know what it means. Oh, I'm sorry.
Huh? She seemed to mistake my surprise for something else. She released my hand, her face flushed. That's right! We've been holding hands all this time! I felt my face go hot. It was my first time I ever held hands with a girl. And besides, she's really beautiful.
Do you think she's attractive?
Yes. I had never seen anyone so beautiful. Not even on TV. She averted eyes as she blushed and withdrew a handkerchief from her pocket.
I'm so sweaty.
I couldn't take my eyes off her as she wiped the sweat from her brow. That was beautiful.
Do you want to use it?
You got the wrong idea again. Regardless, I felt my hand moving to take it. Are you sure?
About what?
Oh, well, I didn't even take a bath for the night. I tried to remain calm as I took a Princess Evangile handkerchief and gently wiped the sweat from my face.
You surprised me earlier. What do you practice, if I may ask?
What I what?
Martial arts, for instance. You dodged her strike, didn't you?
Oh, nothing in particular. I just got lucky.
I see. Those people are specially trained, so you must have excellent reflexes.
From the sound of it, she was very familiar with those people. I asked her about that point, and she responded with vague affirmation.
Well, I suppose you could say I'm familiar with them.
Rather than pushing the matter any further, I fell silent and quickly offered the handkerchief back to her. Thank you. With the handkerchief returned, I ran out of things to talk about. What?
And just like, and with that done, we had nothing else to talk about.
But what was the strange feeling I had earlier? A strange sensation I felt when I got a clear look at her face for the first time. It was like a momentary ripple on the still water in my mind. It disappeared without trace, but the feeling had definitely been real. Is it just because she's so beautiful? No way. It bothered me, but it wasn't like asking her would do us any good. You'd probably think it was a pickup line. Well, I should be going.
Ah.
I started to turn away when a strange noise rumbled from the pit of my stomach. Huh?
What?
I could feel my ears burning in embarrassment. Her laugh didn't seem malicious. I actually didn't welcome it. I felt revived and turned back with a wry smile on my lips. I'm on a bit of a diet right now.
A diet? I didn't know men went on diets.
I think they do. Fat people and such.
So smooth, Messiah. I see. Obesity plagues us regardless of sex, after all. But you...
She took a moment to inspect me from head to toe.
You don't look like someone who needs the diet.
That's, true.
Besides, your stomach has been growling this whole time. You mustn't starve yourself like that.
Right.
I know.
She smiles suddenly, as if she's coming with a good idea.
I haven't had dinner yet either. Why don't you join me?
What?
There's something I'd like to speak with you about as well. Would you mind?
Is she trying to pick me up? That couldn't be it. She didn't seem the type to pick a random men. The reverse was totally common.
Come on, let's go.
The girl began walking promptly. I spoke up self-consciously. The girl turned back, an anxious expression on her face.
You don't want to? Did you have other plans?
No, it's not that. It's that. I don't have any money.
What was that?
I spoke so softly she didn't hear me. I spoke louder. Again, louder this time. I don't have any money. I mean, I haven't got to pay for my job yet.
Oh, I see.
She gave me the same easy smile as before.
I'll pay, of course. It's the least that I can do.
Are you sure? Really?
Yes, I'd planned to do so even before you said that. After all, I really am grateful to you. Many people coming home from work passed us by, and they acted like they didn't even see us. I can understand not wanting to get dragged into a fight when they're busy, but I was hoping someone would help me, and every single person just looked the other way. I thought that I was doomed. But then you came along. Even though you were just one man standing against four, you intervened on my behalf, and that made me so happy. I don't know how to express how thankful I am. I'm in awe of your courage.
Oh. I never received such a straight, honest compliment. I felt tight as my chest, an inexplicable heat filling my cheeks. At the same time, her cheeks turned red, and she slumped over a little. Maybe she was a bashful type too.
Well, let's go. There's a restaurant I always visit when I'm in this part of town. I'll show you the way.
Sure.
We have met the Rise, I think was her name. Yes. My name is Rosenin Rise. Ooh, I clicked out of the game.
Rosenin Rise. As we went around introductions, I was hoping she would say something that would trigger a memory, but nothing came. It's an unusual name, and she's gorgeous. I'm sure we'll remember her. Maybe I made a mistake before. I'm Okonogi Messiah.
Okonogi Messiah-san. It's good to meet you.
Likewise.
Is Messiah-san? Messiah-san.
She didn't seem to recognize my name, so this was definitely our first meeting. By the way, there's somebody been wondering, are we heading for the shops around the station?
Yes, why?
Rosenin-san, are you sure those people won't come after you? They must be searching for you by now.
Well, first off, if you'd like, you can call me Rise. In exchange, I hope I can call you Messiah-san.
Right. I had only known one girl who let me address her by a given name. To address Rise-san by a given first name after we just met made me hesitant and self-conscious. However, she seemed to think it was completely natural.
I know what you're thinking. Normally, I would have to do whatever it takes to make sure they don't find me. But I believe I'm halfway to my goal already, so I don't mind if they do find me.
What? How would you go?
I'll tell you all about it over dinner. Though, it might be more appropriate to say that there's something I hope to ask you over dinner. Is that alright?
Sure.
I'm sorry, I know it's difficult to respond when I haven't fully explained myself.
When she said she wanted to speak to me, I guess she wasn't just making a pass after all. It sounded serious based on the way she was speaking. But we'd only just met. What could she possibly want to talk to me about? Well, I'll find out soon enough. I noticed that you speak very politely, Risa-san.
Oh, do I?
She seems surprised by that. If she wasn't even aware of it, she must have been born into money.
I'm sorry if I sound strange. I've spoken this way ever since I was a child.
It's okay. I shook my head quickly. I didn't mean that was a bad thing. It's just something I noticed.
But other people would find it to be a strange way of speaking, wouldn't they?
She seemed very serious about it. Reflective, even. By the way, would you mind explaining what happened earlier while we eat?
Yes, I intend to.
I see. Risa-san led me to an open-air cafe in a line of shops near the station. I knew about it since I lived in this town until just last year, but I'd never been inside it before. Are you sure about this? I hear this place is expensive.
Of course. It's actually more reasonable than you'd expect, so please, don't worry about it.
If you insist. My stomach growled again, but I tried to stop it.
You do seem rather hungry. You should take better care of yourself or you'll rebound on your diet.
Right, that's a good point. When I told Risa-san I didn't have any money, she didn't seem to understand that I was flat broke. Risa-san opened a menu. It was intricately bound, and just looking at it caused my head to spin. It's so expensive! It looked like an Italian restaurant, and one pasta dish will cost me 2,000 yen. This is definitely a high-class place. At any rate, there was a clear difference between Risa-san's standard of living and my own.
As long as we're here, I thought we'd get a full-course meal. Do you mind? Or would it be better to refrain?
Oh no! I shook my head quickly. The whole diet thing was just a whim. I'm quitting it right now.
I see. I think that's a fine idea myself.
We just summoned a waiter with a practiced manner and order a full-course menu for both of us.
No wine, please. You don't drink, do you, Messiah-san?
No, I'm too young, actually.
Ah, I see. So age was the most important thing.
What?
Well... here are the soft drinks. Which would you prefer?
Oh, I'll have an oolong tea.
I'll have the same. You can do that.
Okay, very well. The waiter left. Risa turned her head down towards the table.
That really is the most important. But I need to be precise.
She whispered something to herself, then looked up at me.
I will ask you plainly. How old are you, Messiah-san?
How old am I?
Yes.
She stared straight in my eyes, as though this question was of the utmost importance. I told her my age. She let out a small sigh, and her shoulders sank.
I see. The same age as me, then.
My answer depressed her. I guess that was a bad thing. But why? I didn't understand her reaction at all.
I'm currently attending Vincennes Private Girls Academy.
Oh, that's right. Vincennes is a school for upper-class girls, isn't it? That's amazing. That explains the proper way of speaking.
Well, I suppose so. After all, it is a charm school.
I meant it as a compliment, but Risa-san seemed less than happy about it. Vincennes Girls Academy. Even I had heard about it. It was famous all over the country. It was out in the mountains, a 30-minute bus ride from the station. A true paradise for women. The locals always said, half in awe and half sarcastically, it's where the nobles live. Wait, I thought Vincennes was a boarding school, and the students weren't allowed out? Maybe we remember wrong.
No, you are correct.
Well then. Oh, of course. It's spring vacation. Princess-san shook her head again.
We're forbidden to leave during spring vacation. The break is so short, and there's so much to do as we graduate to the next year.
Oh? Then why are you here?
I'm a bit of a delinquent.
Really?
Well, that part is a joke. But I do sneak past Vincent's security and go wandering around at night.
Wow. Wait, wandering? Is that a joke too?
No, that part is true. Though it sometimes gets me into trouble. Is this city considered relatively unsafe?
Trouble? Like before, you mean?
Oh, no, that's a different matter. Well, I believe it's not a place for a woman to walk around alone at night.
I didn't quite understand, but it seems she was serious about the wandering. I wanted to ask her, what are you wandering out for? But she spoke up before I could.
But Masaya-san, if I may, what school do you attend?
I stand for a response. For a moment. I finally told her the name of the school I planned on attending. Though in reality, before I started going there, I still had to cancel my original transfer.
I know this may seem like a strange question.
Yeah?
Masaya-san, you are attending that school officially, aren't you?
What? I struggled to keep my voice down. How does she know? Do I really look like a homeless person after all? I took a subtle whiff inside my shirt. Well, I got pretty stinky after all.
You are, aren't you?
When I didn't answer her immediately, she asked again.
Someone of good character who could start at a new school this year. Something like that wouldn't just fall into our laps so easily.
Wait, what are you talking about?
I'm so sorry.
A self-conscious smile appeared on her lips.
I keep mumbling to myself. There is a reason why I asked you to accompany me, so I'll explain.
Sure. Even settling the matter of the people changing her side, Princess-san's manner raised so many questions. I was hoping the explanation would answer some of those questions.
But first,
She looked off in another direction and smiled brightly.
it looks like the hors d'oeuvres have arrived. Why don't we eat?
Whoa! There they are! The conversation was suddenly a distant blur as I filled up my stomach for the first time in ages. I wasn't sure when I might get a decent meal again, so I wanted to replenish myself as much as I could here. We're so sorry about the wait. This is scallop and bonus shrimp, carpaccio. Oh! The waiter couldn't leave soon enough that I took out my fork and started to eat.
You really should eat slower. I'm afraid you might choke.
So good!
Are you crying? You're so funny.
Princess-san laughed at me, but I didn't care.
I've never seen a person eat that way before.
It's so rude.
No, not at all. It's wonderful to see a person enjoying their food. Oh, I believe I'll join you. I can hardly say I'm not hungry myself.
We were in desserts, something called
Dulce?
dolk.
Dulce?
Dulce, so. And drinking espresso. That felt wonderfully full. Phew, that was great. That was really, really great.
It was. Every time I come to Papa Torre Moon Rock, I always eat too much.
The food certainly was good, but no sauce made food seem as delicious as the empty stomach did. Thank you. I really needed that.
What? Needed what?
I mean... I leaned back my chin to rest my stomach, a blissful smile on my face. Just then, I felt a rush in my back pocket. I pulled out the sheet of beat-up newsprint from my pocket. Oh, that's right.
Is that a newspaper?
Yeah, could you give me a minute? I opened it with Russell. It was just one page. What happened to be the one with the winning numbers written on it? I checked the lottery numbers. Group 10. Numbers 161,375.
Why would you read it like that? It's okay.
Huh. I was pretty sure I didn't win, but I paid 300 yen for the thing. So I wanted to check. I began tracing the list of numbers up, starting at the bottom. No winners. It's not number 2 either. Huh, that's the way it goes. When I checked the number 1 though, I saw the numbers. Go ahead.
Well, you read it's 161375. You just read the numbers. You wouldn't read it as 161,000. It's lottery numbers.
Sorry, 16. I recognize that number. 161375. 161375. I moved my eyes back to the ticket. The number was 161375. Huh? My breath caught in my throat. Wait. This has got to be some kind of mistake. I checked it again. It was a number 1 on the newspaper list. I read it aloud in my head. 161375. What?
What is it?
Wait. Try to remain calm. It wasn't all about the number. There was also the group ID. Okay, this is group 10. These are the numbers for group 10. Group 10. The number on my ticket was 10. What? That's right. What was the date? I'd be rather devastated if this turned out to be the last year's paper. My hands trembled, causing the newspaper to rustle as I unfolded it and peered at the date. Today is March 31st, 2011. I checked the newspaper's date. It was definitely today. Whoa. I should have felt happy. But it's like something had sorted out in my brain. I just let out a soft moan.
What's going on? Asaya-san, you've gone pale. Was it something in the food?
Ise-san, give me a minute, please.
Yes?
Here. I handed her the one lottery ticket and a newspaper. Could you compare these numbers for me? I think, I might be dreaming.
A lottery ticket?
Terrified of a reaction, I tilted my head downwards and shut my eyes tightly.
Hi, this is amazing. This is a winning lottery ticket.
Quick.
At this time of night?
Getting kind of lightheaded from how much voice I'm just doing.
We're almost
Yeah.
done.
He just left in a hurry. Did that bastard realize we were coming? I don't know. Didn't look like it to me. Yeah, what a weird guy.
Those people.
Reese's breath caught in her throat as the two men suddenly approached her. Reese had run into trouble before during one of the walks around town at night. Those men were the source of that trouble. Hey, lady! Still something in the lower world after what happened the last time? Oh gosh, little look! She struggled to keep from shaking. She wasn't gonna let me smell she had sweat.
Besides, they can't do anything with so many people around. You're rather gutsy yourselves. Kidnapping is a serious crime. The police will catch you.
Well, you were kidnapped. How would you know? That's right. The two of them would try to kidnap Rise. She thought wearing her uniform would help her in her scouting endeavors, but it also made her in the perfect target. At the time, the man also had said, "Hey, that is a Vincent's uniform, ain't it?" You must be loaded, right? You could make us some real money almost on ransom. She clawed his face as hard as she could, then ran away at top speed. Despite that, Risa continued to wear her conspicuous uniform. Maybe she really was gutsy that way. You really scratched the hell out of me back then! How you gonna do that for a handsome face like this? Risa refused to acknowledge his words.
What business do you have here, exactly? You can't do anything in front of all these people.
Yeah, the business we have isn't with you. It's with that kid.
Are you referring to Messiah-san?
Yeah.
What business could Messiah-san possibly have with people like you?
The henchman slammed his fist down on the table, causing the other restaurant patrons to look in some surprise. The waiter rushed towards them. Excuse me, sir. You seem to be making the Azuma customer uncomfortable. The other ignored him and raised his voice. Let us over the hose of somebody!
Who's your money?
How much you think? This much! He held his hand and extended all 5 of his fingers. How much was that exactly? If he doesn't pay it back, we'll take it out of his hide!
Why does Messiah-san owe you money?
Huh? Didn't he tell you? He's leading you on, huh?
He isn't leading me on. The subject simply never came up.
You mean, you ain't his grind? He raised his pinky finger and spoke the unfamiliar word. Risa didn't know what he was talking about. Looks like he's not. Too bad. If he was, he could make some good working. He could make good working her at a bathhouse.
Bathhouse?
Damn. Pretending like she doesn't know what you're talking about. I think she really doesn't know. Well, she is a rich girl. She suddenly drew closer to her, and Risa pulled back. He had an unpleasant smell about him. Rich little ladies like you gotta be real careful choosing a boyfriend, am I right? You wouldn't want to be forced to do dirty work to support a boyfriend, right? Right? Anyway, that guy's damaged goods. His own dad sold him out.
He did?
A kid who gets abandoned has got no choice but to turn crime. Right, boss? Anyways, keep an eye out for him. His dad's a pretty crook. A frog will always be a frog. You can bet he's after money. I bet he ran out, so he can stick with you with a bill. Leave your woman to pay the bill. The place on the table clattered as Risa found herself rising to her feet. She didn't know why these insults against a man she had only just met caused her blood to boil so. She didn't know, but she wasn't going about to stop herself either. Oh! Risa's right hand moved to the ill. Huh? At first, the man had no idea what happened. He remained where he was, had turned from a force of the staff.
Money is not the only worth a person has. Neither is parentage. Messiah-san is a fine man. You will take back what you said.
His face slowly began to purple. His eyes opened so wide, look at his eyeballs might pop out. They won't have me just for a cousin girl, huh? There was a scream. As the man lashed out at her, Risa could only cower in fear.
Dun dun dun.
The bank was already closed, so I couldn't cash in the ticket.
That's where we're gonna stop the first episode.
Okay. Oh.
Ow! Ow! So, a good start. I'm already being reminded that I actually really like this game. Partially because I think Rise is really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna be a pretty chill playthrough because obviously it's a visual novel. So, if you could just like put it on the background and listen to it if you want, really. But you'll miss out on seeing the pretty girls. But either way, we hope you enjoyed. We'll hopefully see you in the next one. Bye.
Yeah. Bye. Oh.